In today's episode of the Hexagon Challenge, it is our toughest test in Ligue to date. We are taking on PSG away from home. Can we pick up some valuable points to keep us in the European qualification hunt? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to the channel, then please do remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on if you have not done so already, so you guys are informed when a video does drop on the channel. So before we get into this big game away from home against PSG, a game that, to be honest, I'm not expecting to get anything out of, but if we do, it will be a nice bonus. We will recap the two games that we have played since you were last here. We played that game against Lille yesterday, and we also wrapped up the transfer window, so if you didn't check that out, go and do that before you crack into today's episode. You probably, honestly, the game was a bit forgetful, so if you want to cut back to us after we wrap up the transfers, that's probably fine. So that was a 0-0 draw, game that we dominated but didn't get any reflection for that dominance, unfortunately. Since then, we have remained unbeaten, which is good. We played a Ligue game against Angers and we won that 2-0 with a nice performance at home here. Started off with a nice counter-attacking goal from Ousmane Dembele in the 7th minute, getting on the end of a corner that was cleared out, and he just ran down the length of the field and buried it. A nice counter-attacking goal here. And then at the half-hour mark, it was our new striker Rodrigo Mercado Ampadu. Mercado playing one back to Puig. He returned the favour and put it away nicely in the bottom right corner, and we were dominant throughout that game. Didn't get any goals after that, but a pretty solid performance to get a 2-0 win there. You look at the stats, and it was one that we thoroughly deserved. And then we had the Coup de France semi-final against Nîmes Olympique, and we managed a 1-0 win, which means we have already achieved one of our board's expectations of us. Another game that we dominated, but it took until the 49th minute for us to put the ball in the back of the net. I say us, it's a bit of a stretch because Dembele's shot came off the former Sheffield United player Shaun and ended up in the back of the net. Would have felt hard done by if we hadn't won this game. Look at those stats. We didn't have many shots on target, which is a bit frustrating. The shots on target were actually the same, but overall we had far more shots, a lot more possession. So I think we deserve that, and we are in the final where we are going to be playing Limes, so a team who are up around the same place as us at the moment. If we have a look at when that game is going to be, just about a month before the end of the season, so that's something to keep an eye on. If we win that game, we guarantee ourselves a place in the Europa League group stage next season, so that is a bit of a carrot dangling in front of us. And you would have also noticed that the Europa League second knockout round draw has taken place, and we have drawn Southampton, who do not have a bad squad in this. We'll have a look at the other ties just to show you guys. There's Dortmund, Valencia, RB Leipzig against Başakşehir from Turkey, Milan taking on Arsenal, Marseille against Sporting of Portugal, Ajax are taking on Roma, Feyenoord, Real Betis, we've got Southampton, and Lille are taking on Bayer Leverkusen. Not a bad draw, to be fair. Of those teams that we could have drawn, I don't think it's a bad one, but yet we have a quick look at Southampton. You look at their squad, the team that they've been lining up with. They've got some pretty good players in here. James Maddison's there. They've got Diogo Jota, who's just been doing bits for Liverpool since joining them, so that's an interesting addition to them. And they've also got quite a few promising players who have been coming through since the game started. Some of these bench players are very promising, so that's going to be quite a tough task. They're sixth in the Premier League. We're about that in Ligue 1, so it's going to be an interesting test for us. So that's a wrap-up of what's happened since you were last here. We'll have a quick look at the league table going into this game, and you can see we are in 7th. Just as I said in yesterday's episode, we're dropping a few too many points when we're drawing games to be climbing as much as I would like, but we are still on the improve, which is good. And if we're able to pick up points today, that would help keep us in this mix. You can see those Champions League spots, 2nd and 3rd, yeah, they're probably starting to get away on us a bit. Marseille, the team who we will probably have to hope slip up a bit more if we're going to catch any of these guys. But if we drop points today, then we're in a little bit of trouble. Unless results go our way, it would be nice to pick up points, but it's against PSG, so honestly, I'm not expecting it, and hopefully after this we can start stringing together a bit more green in the league and make our way back up this table. But we will see how we get on. I will come back to you guys when the team sheets come out. And here are the team sheets. I think we'll start doing the team news from this one now, just in case a team comes up with that black names that they sometimes come up with, or the dark colour with dark names on top and you can't read them properly. Our team is what you would come to expect from us now. It's not actually listed in position order, which is a little bit frustrating, but pretty much our first choice team. No injuries, suspensions or anything like that to worry about, whereas PSG look very strong. I've pinched quite a few players off Liverpool, albeit some of them aren't playing today. They do have Mo Salah, who isn't in the squad. They've got Robertson on the bench. They've got Gomez starting. They've also got the likes of Guendouzi. Bakar was a player who they bought in for about 212 million New Zealand dollars in mid-season transfer window. They've got a very good team. Mbappe, our former player, their captain. They've also got João Felix. This is going to be very tough for us today, but we will see how we get on away from home. Very tough with Thomas Tuchel in charge. We might be in line for our first loss here, but hopefully we can get the job done. We'll continue to use this media thing for the team talk because our boys seem to be responding to it quite well, it'd be fair to say. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we get on here. Not expecting much, but I mean, anything we can do is a bonus. As I said, we haven't lost a game since coming to Monaco yet. But if we're going to lose one, this is probably the one. PSG absolutely out of sight. I don't think anyone's catching them for the league title. We are kicking off playing right to left in our red and white, PSG in the dark blue. As you would expect, we hold possession fairly well to start off. We nearly give it away to Dembele, but was able to keep the ball nicely. And now Tessier puts a cross in, but unfortunately it is straight into the side netting. Nothing happening after a minute. Let's hope we can keep our unbeaten record intact since joining Monaco. Free kick to PSG. Moriba has a shot, but Goron makes a decent save and goal. Wasn't called on too much there, but it remains 0-0 as we approach 10 minutes. Throw in to PSG as we get up to the 17-minute mark. Gomez, a player who can do a nice long throw, plays the ball on the ground there to Guendouzi. Felix nearly got on the end of that, but didn't. If he did, it probably will end up in the back of the net, but it's remaining 0-0, albeit PSG have had absolutely everything in terms of the run of play so far. We have yet to register a single shot. Felix there will find Tonka. Good save from Goron, but we are under the pump big time here as we come up to the 20-minute mark. And they will have a corner that Mbappe is going to put in. He whips it in. And it has fallen to Guevadio, I believe that was. We clear it out somewhat. Although now Mbappe's on the end of it inside the box. Good tackle from Agüimi. Can Henri set something up here? No, but it remains 0-0 after 22 minutes. Throw in to Monaco at the 38-minute mark. We've been doing pretty well to keep them out so far. Starting to get a few shots off, which is nice. Albeit nothing that's shown up in the highlights so far. Hopefully this might be the chance. And Henrique's on the end of this, surely. Oh, what a terrible first touch. Golden opportunity for Flavio Henrique. And unfortunately, the so-called Brazilian wonder kid can't do much there, although we get the ball back from the clearance. Mercado plays Dembele in. His shot blocked. The second one isn't known. We've got a 1-0 lead. Luckily, Henrique's missed chance before it doesn't come back and bite us too much. Dembele gets a second crack at a shot that was blocked and buries it in the bottom left corner. And we have currently got the lead 1-0 against PSG. Lovely ball from Mercado. The first shot blocked, but he was able to just get it back. And from there on out, it was really just about placing it past the keeper, which he did. And it's 1-0 as we come up to 40 minutes. We are beating PSG away from home. A very good result if we can keep this up, but I'm not that confident we can, to be blunt, but we'll see how we get on. If we can, it will hopefully give us a lot of confidence. And Mbappe played in nicely there, but his shot is blasted wide. It will go out for a throw-in to us, and hopefully we can get to half-time with this 1-0 lead intact. PSG late in the first half with the ball right deep in our area. Bakar plays into Guendouzi. Gomez, here's a shot blocked, and it's Enrique. Hopefully he can get something going on the counter here. Plays it long up towards Mercado, but it is cut out, and maybe PSG will have a chance to equalise here. They find Gomez, who is a real pest down the right at the moment, is good old Joe Gomez. They play a ball in for Moriba. It's a shot. Oh, it's a good finish. It's a goal from outside the box. A bit disappointing to concede like that, but a well-placed shot from Alex Moriba from a cross from Joe Gomez, who is proving a real nuisance for us at the moment, and they get things back to being level at 1-1 right before half-time. A good shot. Yeah, a bit disappointing from our defence not to be blocking that one, but they have dominated the game, as you can see, so we can't complain too much, and hopefully it will be 1-1 at half-time. And indeed it is. Look, not a bad half. We made the most of the main opportunity that we did have. We had 2 of them, of course, but the second clear-cut chance came from the first missed one from Ligue, so I'm not sure if it's fair having that as 2 clear-cut chances. We wouldn't have got the second one if he had buried that first one away anyway. But being 1-1 with PSG away from home at half-time when they've had most of the highlights, I can't complain too much at all. So I think we'll tell the boys that we're doing okay here, actually. And that has lifted everyone's heads quite nicely. We'll see if we have to make any subs in the second half. And yeah, we'll see how the game's going and whatnot before we do anything like that. But it is PSG kicking off, playing right to left in the second half. They will feel a little bit hard done by to not be leading this game. But after taking the lead, we can feel somewhat hard done by as well not to have the lead. So I think it draws reasonably fair at the moment. And Gomez gets a yellow card as we get into the second half. Still 1-1. Goal kick to Monaco as we get towards the 60-minute mark. We play out from the back up to Puig and Tessier. He will put Dembele into some space here. The goal scorer, what can he do? Finds Marko, his first shot blocked. And it will be PSG trying to get something going on the counter here. Although Tessier cuts out that ball that was supposed to find Felix. Not much of a highlight though. Although now it is PSG with a throw in at the 60-minute mark. And it is in our half, so this could be dangerous. Moriba, the goal scorer, finds Lukumi. He gets past his man, puts it back into Moriba. He puts a cross in. Mbappe with the header just over the bar. It will remain 1-1 after an hour. Throw into PSG in the 88th minute. It has been a very quiet second half. Moriba on the end of it. The shot was deflected, but Tessier clears it. And Dembele on the counter here. Most of our attackers are absolutely knackered, but Ligue might be able to get in here. The shot, though, is blocked. Maybe he should have tried to play that into Marko earlier. And it will be a goal kick as Enrique's taken that out, which is a bit silly. You're not sure about that Brazilian wonder kid, to be honest. He has not looked that great. I've tried to change his position and whatnot, and he just... You don't know if I agree with the rating that my scouts are giving him at the moment. PSG, though, do have a chance late in the game here. Doku, his shot blocked, but it only falls back out to Guendouzi. Lukumi now, Guendouzi. Back in. Mbappe will have a shot, but Goron is able to hold on to that safely as we get into injury time. 4 minutes of it. And we have a free kick. Can we pinch this result? Ampadu up to Marko. Enrique will try and find Dembele. The clearance is found. Enrique. His shot hits the post, I believe, but they are able to tidy things up. Oh, we're matching it with them, which is nice to see. And we do have a throw in, which Stamenik will put a ball in. Tries to get it to Makoto's feet, but Onana is able to cover that pretty well. They boot it long to try and get on the end of this. Fernandez puts one long to find Marko, so we have a decent little spell of possession here. Hopefully we can make something of it. Tessier in the box, squares up to Dembele, but his shot straight at Onana. That feels like it might be it for our chances. Onana puts one long, and Denea, who's come off the bench, into Enrique. We have made all 3 subs, taken off some tired legs. Oh, that's fallen to Stamenik. Oh, Marko Stamenik, the Kiwi boy, might have just won us the game against PSG. What a strike. I wasn't expecting him to pop up. He came on for Ricky Puig at about the hour mark, and that is a crucial goal. It's at least going to get us a point and hopefully all 3. Medina with a pass. It was a very lazy pass. Marko Stamenik from Wellington, New Zealand, has got on the end of that and buried it top right corner, and we might be beating PSG. We are deep into referee's time now. We're over the time that we were supposed to have. Doku is trying to make his way into our box. We cut it out, and it is all over. That is 3 massive points for us in the league all season. A game that overall shots-wise, I'd be a bit dirty if I was PSG and hadn't have won that game, but we've had this happen to us a few times since we've come here, so it's nice to be on the right end of a result like this, especially considering that, kind of like some of our most recent games, shots on target were even. So at least in today's game, we have been a lot more clinical than we sometimes are. That is a massive result in terms of our league all season. That should give us a stack of confidence They really did outplay us for the most part of that game. You can see possession, they were absolutely dominant with that, 60-40 more or less. But when we had the chances, we made them count, and they really did throw that away, that ball that fell to Marko late in the game. And he buried it top right corner in the 93rd minute of 94, and we have walked out of this clash with a 2-1 win and 3 crucial points. We have to tell the boys we're absolutely stoked with that. Marko Stamenik, our scouts actually think he's better than Riqui Puig now. Riqui Puig apparently on the decline, so we might have to keep an eye on that. With goals like that, it's going to maybe force our hand. I wasn't expecting Marko Stamenik, of all people, to be pushing for Riqui Puig's spot, especially with Riqui Puig being our captain, but that is a huge goal from the Kiwi, and you can see what that result's done, albeit with some teams still to play. But Lille can't catch us. The only team who can catch us are Lens, who have a new manager because their manager left to take Stade Rennais, which was an interesting decision to say the least. But most results have gone our way in this match week. On her, beating Stade Rennais, especially surprising considering that they had a man sent off on her. But that is a massive result for us, and the good old Kiwi boy, Marko Stamenik, comes off the bench and buries one in injury time to get us a crucial win. A bit of a scrappy game, to be honest. It was not the greatest watch, but we did the job when we had the chances, so very happy with that. I'll just show you guys Stamenik. He's rated 3 stars. He's got a little bit of potential compared to Puig. See, it says on here that Puig's 3 stars, but when you go into that tactic menu, he was down to 2 at one stage, so I'm not really too sure what's happening there. So that's a bit interesting. We might leave Puig in there for now, but yes, Stamenik, that is a heck of a goal, and what a time to come up with it. So that is going to do for today's episode. As I said, that puts us in a much better spot to secure continental football next season through Ligue 1, albeit with that Coup de France final coming up in a couple of months' time. In tomorrow's episode, I am hoping to do the double header, hoping to get both games played where we take on Southampton. It's away from home and then at home in the Europa League second knockout round. We are expected to make the semi-finals of that competition. It will be interesting to see what sort of lineup they do come up with, the Southampton team. Yeah, as I said, a team who are probably favoured in that game, I'd suspect. 6th in the Premier League compared to 5th in Ligue 1. I'd suspect that Southampton might be favourites. But if we can beat PSG, then you have to give us a really decent chance against Southampton over 2 legs. But if you enjoyed today's episode, beating PSG away from home, then do leave a thumbs up on it, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and turn that notification bell on so you guys are informed when a video does drop on the channel. But until tomorrow's episode, where we're taking on Southampton, we get back into continental football. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.